Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's entertainment. What started as a bit of an experiment, what would happen if I didn't have a Funko Pop in a video? Didn't really want to scare anyone off, so I have this Dorbz and this Mopeez to look at. There are still Funko products and it's a really popular character, so makes sense, right? But then, one of our most avid watchers and commenters said, "Take my Deadpool to review." I assume he wants it back at some point, but right now Craig has it, so good luck with that. There may be some spoilers for some stuff, Deadpool, the comics, the movies, and the larger X-Men universe, but don't worry, that universe is kinda gone for now anyway. So here he is, Deadpool, Deadpool, and Deadpool. This is the first time we've had more than one of the same characters since the very first episode we did. This is video number 20 on this channel for those keeping count. Make sure you subscribe so we hit more milestones like that. Then you can tell people you were here at the start, sort of. We're going to have a quick look at these, Craig. I'm sure people actually want to hear about Deadpool, so we're going to have to do this relatively quickly. There are 3 of them, you know. So let's start with the Mopeez. Then we'll do the Dorbz and finally the Pop itself. And make sure you get all your energy out on the Deadpool, on the Dorbz and the Mopeez, because the Pop is somebody else's. Just keep that in mind. Cool. Got your camera ready? We'll start with the Mopeez. Not much to unbox here. This is how they shipped. It's definitely Deadpool, except kinda yellow. Quick look at the label shows some of the others in the set, some different colors. Of course, he is the one dressed like an X-Man. We'll get into that later. But he has a big head with his signature eye cutouts and a little thingy on the back of his mask. Mopeez are supposed to be kinda sad looking, but he's wearing a mask, so we'll just have to imagine that it's a sad one. The rest of his body is adorned with blue with a chest strap and belt. X-Men usually explains this as a G-suit of sorts, so when they take their jet for a spin, the X-Men can still get out of the jet in fighting condition. So, the lower, smaller portion of his body is filled with a heavier material than the large head, so he doesn't fall over. Pretty clever. Whoever named these things Mopeez, horrible name. Mopeez is a plural word, but it refers to a single plush. Hurts my brain every time I have to say Mopeez and refer to the one little thing that we have here. So, next up, the Dorbz. Bath Time Deadpool. On the box, the other versions, Pirate Deadpool and Chef Deadpool. Dorbz boxes are quite different to Pop boxes. Dark colors are standard and they have rounded windows in the back and the front, so there's no surprises when you turn the thing around. There's a little exclusive sticker on this one. I have no idea exclusive to what, but it's exclusive, so there's that. Wouldn't fit into your Pop collection at all. Okay, Craig, this is your one chance today. Do whatever you like to that box. Open it up. Are you done? Good. Again, Deadpool is wearing something weird. His usual uniform, only with a shower cap and a rubber duck. I guess that's what passes for adorable these days. All Dorbz have these very happy eyes. So this is a really happy Deadpool. Even his belt has happy eyes. I'm not going to think about why a belt would be so happy. And of course, the duck has happy eyes too. Other than that, there's really no detail to speak of on this. They're like cute, happy budget figurines. And while the Mopeez are cute, unhappy, and budget plush toys. So you can see what they were doing there. Any Dorbz or Mopeez collectors out there, let me know. Maybe I can find some more of these for future episodes. So, we've had the sad one and the happy one, and now Deadpool, the Pop. He's part of the Marvel set, and the box is pretty standard, so we're not going to spend too much time on it. You can open it up, Craig, but be careful, please. Yeah, okay. Seems quite stuck in there, that one, actually. But you're ready, right? This is Christmas Deadpool. There are a few others in the set, not in the box though. I believe there was a Hulk and a Spider-Man. So Deadpool is holding candy canes instead of real weapons, but I don't doubt that he could actually do some real damage with those. He is a Marvel Pop, which means that he is a bobblehead. Thanks to his wide stance, he does actually stay standing when you do try and bobble his head a little bit. He's got his utility straps all over him and he's in his typical red and black attire. so enemies can't see him bleed. No brown pants here though, but there are some yellow ones on the Mopeez. I wonder what that's for. Onto his head, he's wearing a mask, so it's very Deadpool looking. He does look really surprised though, with big round white eyes, probably because he just realized what he's holding. Around the back is the Deadpool mask thingy again, and the utility straps go all the way around, as straps tend to do. What do you think of him? No, not you, Craig. You're just doing the same as every single time. I don't want my adoring fans to get bored of you. Okay, there was a lot of figurines. If you want some of your own, links in the description below. Shall we talk about Deadpool now? Let's start at the beginning. Deadpool made his debut in 1991, which means he hasn't been around for as long as some of the other Marvel heroes, and that's probably a really good thing, because he fits into modern stories better than some other characters do. His comic book persona is most famous for knowing that he's a character in a comic book, and he breaks the fourth wall all the time. Speaks directly to the reader using little yellow boxes. One of his most famous off-canon storylines is called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, where a psycho version of Deadpool, a more psycho version of Deadpool rather, goes on a mission to kill everything, because why not? Eventually he gets his own creators in a room with him, and they're drawing the very comic you're reading at the same time as he's about to kill them. And then the last panel he turns and talks to the reader, and I'm not going to spoil it. So, and no, Craig, you can't break the fourth wall because we're already talking directly to the camera, so that's not really a thing here. Yeah. Moving on. Someone released a live-action Deadpool teaser at some point, and the internet went mad. Some crazy people decided to actually make a Deadpool movie because of this, starring this guy. Yes, something like that. Apparently he really likes aviation gin. Anyway, this movie was R-rated, big risk for Fox, with a tiny budget of tens of millions of US dollars. That's tiny. And it turned out to be a huge success. What a surprise. Possibly due to Ryan Reynolds being so personally invested in the project and pushing it so hard for years and years. As ridiculous as the movie is, it's an important thing for the genre. It proved that superheroes don't have to be PG-13. Adults are the ones with the money in any case, and they tend to spend it, as you can see. So the second movie is also pretty good, but it's more of the same, just more of what people enjoyed in the first one, and lots more budget. But when the best scene in a movie is recruiting the X-Force and then immediately killing them off, I'm not sure what that says about substance. One last thing I want to talk about is why people like Deadpool so much, especially recently. He's actually quite relatable, and that is a really scary thought. He shows the comedic side of nihilism, and he doesn't really care about status quo or anything like that. Traditional sensibilities don't make sense to anyone anyway. Common sense is far from common. The alienated and the people who feel like they don't quite fit in this world can relate to Deadpool. Yeah, they like to get behind this anarchist of sorts, which makes Deadpool better than the cinematic X-Men at being X-Men. If anyone doesn't know, the X-Men have been pushing equality and cultural diversity in their comics long before it was cool. That was the whole point of the X-Men. They were the go-to superheroes for the disenfranchised, but that seems to have been lost in translation somewhere, well, along with everything else. I have no idea what Dark Phoenix was. But Deadpool embraces this alternative, and for those who are not enjoying that kind of thing in recent media, he also likes to cut up some bad guys, so there's that. For those of you who are still watching, thank you, and well done for getting this far. Let me know in the comments if you did actually get here. I know I can't stare at Craig's face for much more than 10 minutes, so you should be really proud of yourself, and you should tell everybody that you got here. Next week, the hype is real. Nope, the Lion King Pop still isn't here, it hasn't arrived. But that franchise has missed out on its chance, and the show must go on. A new pop battle is on the horizon, and it's fallen to our anime rotation, which means next week, Dragon Ball Z versus Dragon Ball Super. I'm only about 100 episodes behind on Super. Should be fine, right? Yeah. Subscribe so you don't miss that one. Until then, go watch the rest of the videos. They were good for you. Goodbye.